Hi there. In this video, we explain HMRC tax refund deadlines and how UK taxpayers can avoid missing refund opportunities in 2026-27.
Millions of people in the UK split their work lives between a standard salary and a side income. You might be clocking out of a 9-to-5 and heading straight to your kitchen table to manage a freelance business or a rental property. But the UK tax system struggles to see the full picture. When you report that secondary income, HMRC's automated system often steps in and applies an emergency tax code. Without any manual adjustment, this default code quietly siphons hundreds of extra pounds out of your earnings over the course of the year. Historically, if you overpaid, you could rely on a brown envelope arriving in the post with a refund check. That is no longer the default process. I'm here on behalf of Fairview Accounting Services to walk you through the specifics of the 2026-2027 UK tax year so you can stop leaving your money on the table. This bar chart shows the exact financial pressure taxpayers are facing right now. Notice how your tax-free personal allowance remains completely flat at $12,570. At securing the same time, new compliance layers like the mandatory Making Tax Digital rollout are stacking up year after year. Inflation pulls more of your income into taxable brackets, while tighter digital rules force you to report it faster. If you don't actively check your records and hunt down your own overpayments, that money stays with HMRC. Most taxpayers only realize they've handed over too much of their income when they sit down to review their finances at the end of the tax year. A very common trigger for overpayment happens when you switch jobs mid-year. If your former employer is slow to hand over your P45 paperwork, your new employer has no accurate tax history to rely on. They are forced to put you on a default code, taxing a larger portion of your pay immediately. The math also breaks down when you juggle multiple streams of income. HMRC might mistakenly apply your entire tax-free allowance to your lowest-paying job, or strip it away entirely from your secondary earnings, taxing you at the basic rate on money that should have been yours to keep. You also miss out when you simply forget to claim standard deductible expenses. If you wash a required work uniform at home, or if you spend a portion of your week working from a home office, you are legally entitled to reduce your taxable income. Overpaying your tax is a predictable outcome of a modern career. Treating an annual tax audit as a mandatory financial habit ensures you recover the exact amount you overpaid. This timeline illustrates HMRC's strict statutory deadline for recovering your money. You have exactly 4 years from the tax year you overpaid to submit a claim. If you overpaid during the 2022-23 tax year, the window closes on 5 April 2027. This is a rigid rule. If you wait until the 6th of April, that money permanently expires. HMRC grants almost zero exceptions for late claims. For standard PAYE employees, the reconciliation process centers on a document called a P800. This is the official calculation form HMRC sends out between June and November, detailing what you paid versus what you actually owed. A critical policy change for the 2026-27 cycle means you can no longer ignore this form. HMRC has officially stopped issuing automatic refund checks by default. If your P800 says you are owed money, you must log into your personal tax account or use the HMRC app to enter your bank details. Do this, and the money arrives in 3 to 5 working days. If you don't file the claim online, you have to wait 45 days before HMRC will even consider posting a paper check. Securing your refund now requires speed and active digital engagement. Leaving HMRC correspondence sitting in a pile of mail guarantees delays and moves you closer to that statutory expiration date. The surge in digital tax management has also brought a massive spike in sophisticated tax-related fraud during this 2026-27 cycle. Scammers know you might be expecting a refund. HMRC maintains strict communication boundaries. On the left is a legitimate notification safely inside the secure HMRC app. On the right is a fraudulent text message. HMRC will never send you a text or email containing a link asking for your bank details to release a refund. To protect your income, your first step is to log in and verify your tax codes. Check them against every job and freelance gig you hold to catch emergency codes early. Second, keep an eye on that 4-year claim window. Download the HMRC app so you can claim your P800 overpayments directly to your bank account rather than waiting for the post. The rules we flowered represent the general guidance for the 2026-27 tax year, but your specific financial situation will have its own variables. always seek personalized professional advice before filing. Partnering with the experts at Fairview Accounting Services ensures your filings are accurate from day one. We protect your earnings from statutory deadlines, HMRC system errors, and fraudsters, so you keep exactly what you have earned.